Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that has happened in the past week for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Now this is a pretty important episode because this is the final episode of Lightning Storm before Power Week kicks off this Monday, August 22nd. And we actually have a little bit of possible information about what we can expect for Power Week's whole festivities, so let's go and get right on into it. So first up for the week, we have the Lord Drakkon helmet. Now, we've already seen this helmet released in the UK like 2-ish months ago or something like that at this point, and we'd already talked about last week that it has popped up in stock on GameStop Canada, but it is now out in Malaysia. So of course, the classic places in Malaysia, Justin Hunt of course, got the Lord Drakkon helmet in this past week, alongside some other distributors and retailers and such like that in Malaysia. My good buddy KIDM the Man got his on Twitter the other day and shared a nice picture of it alongside Ready Clipdoor, which I think has also just shown up in Malaysia, I think. I don't think that had been released there until this point. It also shared the box that has the code name on it, so that's what you should be expecting to see whenever it does ship out here in the US, or whenever you kind of get it, you know. Usually the helmets are like in the Hasbro shipper box when they're sent out like that, just because it's easier, because every helmet is one per case kind of thing, so it's always fun to see those code names. I always like when they pop up on the shipper boxes and stuff like that. Now, as for the release of it in the US, I don't think that's happened. There was one person on Facebook in one of the Lightning Collection groups who claimed that they got it from GameStop, but I'm not 100% sure if they got it from GameStop US or GameStop Canada, since we did talk about GameStop Canada having it in stock. I'm leaning probably towards it not being the US GameStop because I haven't heard anything about the Lord Drakkon helmet actually being ready to release here in the US. It's still listed as a December release on like GameStop's website, and I believe on Hasbro Pulse as well, so not 100% sure when it's going to ship out here, but I'm sure it's probably going to be sometime soon. Now that it's kind of out in multiple different countries and everything like that, we'll probably get it sooner rather than later. Next up for this week, we have the Zord Ascension Project Megazord. So we already talked about last week the fact that it was already starting to ship out from Entertainment Earth as of like last Friday night, and that it was probably going to just switch over to add to cart instead of, add to cart for a pre-order, and that's exactly what it did. So if you do want to pick up the Zord Ascension Project Megazord, it is currently in stock right now on Entertainment Earth. It is also in stock on Toku Collectibles. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure. It was briefly up on Dorkside Toys the other day, so it's actually been popping up in stock on a lot of different retailers. Haven't seen it on Hasbro Pulse yet. I don't think I've seen it on GameStop yet, and I don't think I've seen it on Big Bad Toy Store yet either. But Entertainment Earth, Toku Collectibles, and Dorkside Toys I have. So even though Dorkside took their page down, which usually means that they're out of stock, I will leave a link to at least those 3 websites that I've seen it in stock for down below. Still looks pretty solid. There was actually some very good reviews posted this past week from people in the UK who have had it. We also had one posted this past week from MCU Collector 24, who is, not from the UK. So we actually have, I'm going to leave the links to those down there below as well, because we have an excellent review from Heirloom, we have an excellent review from Power Ranger Tube, and we have an excellent review from MCU Collector 24. So be sure to check out those reviews in the description below. And as for whenever mine's coming, I haven't bought it yet, so I'm going to wait for this to go on sale a little bit, because I do think it looks nice, but I also think that it's also sort of an entirely piece of garbage. So we'll see. It's kind of a mixture between those two feelings right now from all the different reviews I've seen. But like I said, there's excellent reviews out there already. So if you're willing to buy it at the full price point, which I'm not, you can check them out right now and make your judgment call on this, because it's out and you can find it at multiple different retailers. And there you go. This past week had a very interesting development over on eBay. So if you've never purchased from Hasbro's or like the Hasbro Toy Shop eBay page, a lot of times they put up some just random Hasbro products. It's sort of like a mini version of Hasbro Pulse, where a lot of products from Pulse are also on eBay, on their eBay store. I've used them occasionally for some things. Usually they're pretty reliable for sure. However, what's really interesting is that I said it's like a mini Pulse. Well, now it really is, because they've actually out of nowhere put a couple Hasbro Pulse exclusive figures up on their eBay page for just the retail price that they had them on Pulse. So before you guys get too excited, it's not the ones you probably really want. It's not Psycho Green, it's not Lord Drakkon Evolution 3, it's not even Metallic Pink, which pointed out very nicely on Twitter by Morgan. I had not realized that Metallic Pink has not released in the UK yet when all the other ones have. So Hasbro, what's going on there? Get on that. Let the UK fans complete the metallic team. But if you've never completed the metallic team in the US and you don't have Pulse Premium anymore and you want to get free shipping, you can now, because the eBay page for Hasbro actually has metallic red, metallic blue, metallic yellow, and metallic black in stock for the $27.99 price point. They also have the Zeo Cog 2-pack that was exclusive from Pulse last year, and if you never picked them up, and it's still not worth this price, so if you never picked up the Hasbro PulseCon exclusive 2021 Pudgy Pig with the lunchbox for the ridiculous $57.99, you can do that there as well. So those, 6 Pulse exclusives, which all were Pulse exclusives, are now available on the Hasbro eBay page. So I guess they're no longer Pulse exclusives, but it's still through an official Hasbro channel, so, and only that. So I don't know, but basically just kind of an interesting development that I saw on Twitter this past week from Eternia, and I want to make sure to let you guys know, especially because of that free shipping thing, since it will allow you actually put it for free shipping if you order enough stuff here, which you can't do on Pulse anymore. So it's definitely a good idea if you never picked these up and you want to get them now. Alright, and that brings us to Power Week. So the rest of this episode is all going to be about Power Week stuff, kind of what's going on, what I'm expecting, kind of how this is going to go, because there's a lot of questions out there. Lots of questions for the fact that Power Week kicks off in basically probably just about 48 hours from the upload of this video. So here's what we know so far. Power Week is going to start August 22nd, which is this upcoming Monday. We know that it is a week of reveals ranging from Monday the 22nd through Sunday the 28th, which is Power Rangers Day, the 29th anniversary of the franchise. And we know that there's going to be Lightning Collection reveals. We know that there's going to be brand announcements. We know that there could be video game announcement, maybe comic announcements. They kind of just said general announcements for the whole brand. So toys and other stuff is guaranteed, which means definitely Lightning Collection and definitely other things. Now, how exactly this is going to work, I'm not really sure, because Hasbro did not make it very clear whatsoever kind of what we are to expect for the delivery of these announcements. For the most part, I'm expecting it to just be social media posts on Twitter, on Instagram, stuff like that. They have not confirmed or even teased that we're going to get any kind of live stream event from the Hasbro team, which was already something that they confirmed multiple times for G.I. Joe. When G.I. Joe had its whole Yojo June month, there was an Instagram live or a full-on fan stream on YouTube every single week of June. And while you would think that we would get one during Power Week, we've seen no indication of that whatsoever. The brand team could go on Instagram Live again, like they did at the beginning of August when they first announced Power Week. That could happen. I would not be surprised if that happens. But I'm personally not expecting a full stream that, I would do a live stream reaction to any of those kind of typical streams that we've all known and hated and loved, I guess. So I'm not expecting one of those to happen. I'm basically, like I said, just expecting social media posts. As far as I'm aware, I'm expecting probably social media posts at noon Eastern time. That's usually when Hasbro likes to reveal stuff, because usually pre-orders like to go live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And we do actually have some evidence pointing towards what days we could expect product reveals, although this is not set in stone to be Power Rangers exclusively. However, thanks to Entertainment Earth, they actually put up this drop zone page, which kind of shows you just general days and times that they're going to be putting up new products from different companies. And they currently have Hasbro listed as dropping new products without any sort of specifics on Monday, August 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time, Tuesday, August 23rd, Wednesday, August 24th, and Friday, August 26th. So that's pretty much every single one of the days during Power Week besides that Thursday, that Saturday, and that Sunday. So I'm not expecting Power Rangers stuff to be every single one of those days. It might not even be 2 of those days. It might not even be 3 of those days. It's definitely going to probably be at least one of them. And I would imagine, now I seriously, genuinely don't know what exactly to expect specifically. I've heard potential rumblings, which I'll kind of get into, and there's some evidence out there that kind of is pointing us towards a certain direction, which we'll kind of go ahead and start discussing right now. So, Monday. The way I'm expecting this to start, personally, and I could be completely wrong, is the rest of Wave 12. I mean, come on, it's time. We gotta knock this out. We are still waiting for Hasbro to officially announce Dino Thunder Yellow and allow us to pre-order Wild Force Blue and Dino Thunder Yellow. It would make a lot of sense to just kick off the week, start off by finishing Wave 12. That could be the Entertainment Earth drop that they're talking about for 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, on Monday the 22nd. That would not surprise me a ton. Another thing that also kind of doesn't surprise me with that is the fact that international Amazon pages, such as Amazon Netherlands, Amazon UK, Amazon Italy, stuff like that, have already started to put up pages for Wild Force Blue and Down to Thunder Yellow, which have them listed as a March 2023 release date, just like the other two, which will still not be correct. All of that, I mean, obviously, because those two figures are already released. We already have video reviews of them up on YouTube from people internationally. So clearly, it's not March 1st. So clearly that release date is complete, bogus. That wave will be out months before March 1st. So I'm certainly expecting Wave 12 at some point, the full of it, the rest of it, but probably the Monday, because like I said, I feel like it just makes sense to just start with just knocking it out and then figuring out where we go from there. And where do we go from there? Well, we have a couple things left on the leak list for them to kind of check off, with the biggest thing being the Tenga Warrior 2-pack, which is something I first told you guys was coming back in December. It should be a fan channel release, so I don't know why they haven't revealed that yet, if that's even still happening, because it's been so long since I first saw evidence of that, and I've seen it pop up a couple more times since then. I don't think I've seen any evidence of it since like April, but I am still expecting it to happen. It had an August 1st release date internally the first time I saw it, but that was the same date that I saw for like Dragon Zord and the Power Sword and everything, and obviously that got shifted around a little bit. So I'm expecting that could finally be dropped at some point during Power Week. But Amazon International ones specifically have once again given us another clue, because they have put up 2 more pages in addition to Wild Force Blue and Down to Thunder Yellow, and that is a DLX Charmer and DLX Chrono. So I actually don't remember if I have shared these codenames before. I've seen them for well over half of a year, but I don't remember if I've actually ever shared these codenames. These 2 codenames are the codenames for the figures in Deluxe Wave 3. If you don't remember what I said was going to be in Deluxe Wave 3, well, Deluxe Wave 3 should be Time Force Green with a vehicle, which actually, gonna scratch that one for a second, but also it should be also a Mighty Morphin monster. And the reason why I want to scratch a little bit is because I've heard that it's possible that Time Force Green might have been swapped out for another color from Time Force. Potentially. Not the one you guys want. So I'm just gonna say that. Not pink. But I've heard possibly that it's been swapped around. We'll see. The problem with this, though, is that Chrono and Charmer are the codenames for Wave 3, and we haven't had Deluxe Wave 2. And the codenames for Deluxe Wave 2, because I don't remember if I've shared those or not yet either, are Franklin and Physician. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that wave, because like I said, Amazon internationally just put up the pages for Charmer and Chrono. I would imagine, and I don't know, that the Time Force figure with vehicle that is in Wave 3, or supposed to be in Wave 3, I assume is probably the Chrono of the codenames. That just would make the most sense. But I know the possible character selection for Wave 3, and I have the codenames, but I'm not like dead set on matching them, because sometimes the codenames can be weird. Charmer is probably the Mighty Morphin monster, if it's not, Chrono. And I've heard some possible rumblings of what monster it is, but I'm not willing to say what monster it could be yet. We'll just have to wait and see if that turns out to be correct or not. So, but Charmer is a clue. If that is the monster codename, then there is a clue in there, so I'm just saying that. We also have some potential clues as to what to expect during Power Week from the UK retailer In Demand Toys. So basically this past week, a Twitter follower of mine reached out to In Demand Toys' customer service to ask them when they were going to get pre-orders for the other half of Wave 12 that we actually do have revealed. They seemed to potentially let it slip that 8 figures are going up for pre-order during Power Week. 4 of which, at least for the UK, being Wave 12, so we can knock that off, and 4 of them being Pulse exclusives, which I can't even think about that, because that wouldn't be Deluxe Wave 3, which I've already talked about here with the Amazon listings, because those should just be general retail, and they popped up on Amazon. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with that. So right now we have Amazon listings, we have things that I potentially heard, we've had this 8 number from In Demand Toys UK, so I don't understand exactly where that's coming from. So maybe expect, I guess, 6 reveals, because if you factor in here that 4 of these are the rest of Wave 12, or all of Wave 12, and we have 2 left, that would be what? So maybe expect 6 reveals, because if you factor in the fact that we have, half of Wave 12 already revealed that I guess is not up in the UK, that would be 2 of these 8, so that would leave 6 left, 2 of which being the rest of Wave 12, so it would really be 4 new figure reveals. I don't know, it's very confusing. I'm not exactly sure how much, I should put into this being like the end-all be-all number of reveals being 8, especially this 4 of them being Pulse exclusive thing. That seems very strange to me, and I can't really think of how that would work, because like I've also said, I don't expect the Tenga 2-pack to be Pulse exclusive or anything like that. I've heard and I've seen that the Tenga 2-pack should be fan channel. Like I said, the deluxes should be retail, so I can't even think of 4 Pulse exclusives, unless they don't know about deluxes and they don't know about the Tengas, and we're getting like 4 Pulse exclusives and deluxes and Wave 12 and Tengas, which would be a lot. But I don't know. I really don't know how much to expect or what to expect for Power Week, which is so intriguing and so interesting and also so terrifying for my wallet and yours as well, probably. You know, one of my biggest goals on Lightning Storm is to tell you guys about stuff months in advance before Hasbro can, because I don't feel like they ever give you enough of a heads up to prepare to budget for it. And this is one of those times where I'm trying, and it's really hard to figure out exactly what to expect, which is also exciting because, you know, it's always cool whenever they can get up, you know, a leg up on the leaks and everything. They can get ahead of me. That's always really great too. I love being surprised from the Lightning Collection, so I'm very intrigued about this week, but I don't have a ton of confidence in it being like a fantastic week of reveals, because they have done nothing but just lower and lower confidence this entire year. So I don't know if they're just all saving it to go crazy for this week, which would be fantastic, but I'm also trying to keep my expectations in check, and you should as well. And with that, that is everything I have to talk about for this week. I would love to know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below on what you are expecting for Power Week, which things do you really want to see, which things do you think we will see from stuff that we already know, and also, what are you expecting to happen at Power Morphicon next weekend? Are you going? Are you not going? Do you want something to happen? Are you expecting anything to happen? It's going to be an interesting week on the channel and in the Power Rangers community here, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LiveMajorKey or at LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all in Lightning Storm. This here's where lightning always strikes twice.